Right, so I haven't vlogged for a few days, so I just thought I'd maybe go for a walk, chat about some random stuff. Might not be very interesting. I'm sure a lot of what I say isn't very interesting, but as I say, it's something to do. So just wait to cross this road. So it's just gone midday. It's Saturday the Saturday the what? I'm not actually sure. 30th? Must be the 30th. Anyway, it's the day before Easter Sunday, the day after Good Friday. Pretty certain it's the 30th. Monday's the 1st, right? Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, not that any of this matters. So, we're on my other camera. Thought we'd give this a good go. It is strapped to my manly chest. That's a joke. I don't know if you guys have realised, but I don't take myself seriously in any way, shape or form. I'm not a clown, but you take yourself too seriously, you just set yourself up for failure. I do pride myself on my work for the most part, and I do struggle to achieve perfection, but it's not always possible. I don't know how this footage is going to come out. This is my first time using. This is the DJI Action 4 action camera, which is like a GoPro killer by all accounts. It's waterproof out the box down to 18 meters. It's one of the reasons I bought it as a backup for my other camera, which is not at all waterproof. Anyway, this is Beggarwood Park. This is my local park. It's quite big. I really should do this walk at least once a day, and I did do it for a long time. Lost a lot of weight, but I lost the motivation a long time ago to do anything like that. Looks like there's been a bit of damage to this trail since the last time I was here. Even this foot trail doesn't escape the potholes. Anyway, it's a very pleasant day. Just the slightest of breezes. It's lovely in the sun. This morning my builder came and he's done most of the floor in my bathroom. It's nice of him to cut. He came yesterday, which was Good Friday, a bank holiday, and he came today, which is a weekend. No, I didn't ask him to, he offered, but you see, the works were supposed to take, I was told 2 weeks, with a third week as overspill. Well, we'll be into our 4th week next week. Now, I'm not pressuring him to finish it, but I think there's a squirrel. I think he's under pressure to do it, because obviously the longer it takes, the less money they make, I guess. There's a dog, you know. So anyway, he's coming back Monday, Easter Monday, which is also very nice of him. Finish off a little bit of tiling, do the grouting, I think. Hopefully finish off the floor. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, he says it's fitting up. And he says it should be done by Wednesday. There's a butterfly, look. I don't know if you can see it. I don't see many butterflies these days, do you? Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the electrician is also coming Tuesday, so he's got some cabling to fix in the downstairs area, tidying up there basically. Obviously electrics for the shower upstairs, the lights upstairs. They're going to fit an extractor fan upstairs. So my builder reckons it'll all be done by Wednesday, which would be nice. And then I've got to get the painter in to finish off. Now in the upstairs, all he's got to do is paint the ceiling. Downstairs, it needs a second coat of paint on the inside and a couple of coats of paint on the outside walls that they constructed. And then my plan is to take a week off work and just, you know, relax with no tradesmen coming and going. Hopefully my cats won't be as freaked out by all the noise and all the people coming and going, and you know, obviously I'll still visit Liz in the hospital, but I'll have a bit of time to myself, you know, that's the plan. So, yeah. I hope you're enjoying this walk with me. I'm aware I'm talking a load of blathering crap. Anyway, we've not had a very good week with Liz. You know, there's the whole vocal cords being damaged thing, which means she may never be able to eat, drink or speak again. There's the other day she had a blip. She had a chunk of sputum in her lungs, got stuck in her airway and she couldn't breathe. The nurse had to call for help, shout for help to get someone to clear it, and she had to go back on the ventilator for a few hours. So Liz is basically terrified of going to sleep, being alone, lying on her back, all sorts of things, and understandably so, really. It's obviously not very pleasant, all the shit that she's been through. So, you know. Yeah. I'm hoping that the works we've had done in the house will help her when she comes home. She did a little bit of walking yesterday. I think 5 steps to and from the commode twice, I believe. So, you know, hopefully she'll be able to walk when she comes home, because the house is really not set up for a wheelchair in any way. You know, once she's gone through all the full rehab, I'm hoping she'll be able to walk distances, not obviously not huge distances, but you know, at least downstairs and maybe up the stairs to go to bed. You never know, I still might have to have a stair lift put in. We just don't know. It's a nice big park, this. Lots of just grass areas. Good place for dogs. Over on the right is what I call Rabbit City. In the evenings and mornings you'll see rabbits out there all the time, and they live in that big hedgerow there. Needless to say, dogs get very excited up here because of all the rabbits. And basically this is their citadel in my mind. I have lots of strange things go through my mind. A couple of very large dogs over there. Very nice. This is the steep bit. I should go around the outside. As I say, I've got no idea what the footage of this is going to look like. Is it going to be too jerky? Should I have turned on some stabilisation? I just don't know. Bit breezy coming down here, so hopefully you can still hear me okay. Look at those clouds. I like to imagine that clouds are like distant mountain peaks, you know? Yeah, it's nice. Here is Beggarwood Park, the sign. Now, when I started doing this walk years ago, this was literally the edge of Basingstoke. That over there was all just a field, an empty, scraggy field. There's a pub there now. That opened in 2020, right in the middle of COVID. Probably not the best opening for a pub. There's also an old folks care home up there. Everything you see, all these houses, as I say, this was all just fields. I used to joke that you could stand here and fall off the edge of Basingstoke. But now the edge of Basingstoke stretches at least another half mile. And I think they're building out to as far as the motorway. There was a golf course here, which has been built on now. Don't worry, the golfers have still got a place to go. Dummer Golf Club was literally over the motorway. Like, you could probably chuck a golf ball from one golf course to another. So, you know, they can still go and play golf if they want to. But it's a housing estate now, a massive one. Really is a very lovely day today. If you've stuck with my vlog this long, in terms of this individual episode and me rambling on about nothing, and in terms of the number of episodes generally, then thanks very much. There's a bicycle tyre there, buried. I do appreciate people watching. I'd got out of routine of posting for a little while. Just, you know, my life is very samey really. Going to hospital, visiting the vault, moaning about building the works not being done. So I thought I'd do something different for a change. Hi. It's not technically morning anymore, but he said hello, and that's very nice. I appreciate that. Right, up here is a co-op, and I'm going to go into the co-op, maybe get a drink from my walk back home to the bunker. So there will be a cut in this footage, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in a little bit. Right, shop visited, drinks acquired. Don't know if I've mentioned this before, but it is indeed very nice in the sun. So I'm going to go this way, and I think we'll cut through the park. There's a few different ways I could go home, but we're going to cut through here past the community centre. I don't know if you can see, but in the distance is the town of Basingstoke. Some people call it Boringstoke. It's quite famous for roundabouts. Look at those clouds though, beautiful man, beautiful. I think that needs a photo actually. Like the opening to The Simpsons, with the clouds coming towards you, you know. Anyway, I'm going to go this way. There's allotments in there somewhere, I think, or no, they're ahead. That little gate thing, there's some allotments in there. There's a big kiddies play park there. Oops, nearly fell, nearly broke my leg. Never mind. That would have been good video footage, wouldn't it? Kiddies play park there. We're not going to look in there with the camera because that would be a little bit weird. So I think I'm going to skirt around it. Going to be a long episode this, isn't it? Am I going to fast forward between the talky bits, or am I just going to show you the whole thing? I don't know. But this episode is sponsored by Oasis Zero. It's really not. It just happens to be the drink that I just bought. But I should get a sponsorship. I'm sure the 54 people who've watched episode 1 of my blog, which is the most number of views, I'm sure the sponsorship would be worth it. Joke, obviously. I guess this vlog's just about life, a normal life, I suppose, and all my weird obsessions. Yeah. Anyway, quite a few sites up here. I have done filming with my Action Man toys. I have very many Action Man toys from the 60s, 70s and 80s. Over 100 soldiers, in fact. And more than 60 vehicles. Including a one-off, one-of-a-kind, complete Red Arrows fighter jet. Which I'll show you one day in a future episode. What we're going to do is we're going to go up this path here, just so that I'm not accused of, filming children at the play park, because that's not my intention at all. And we'll take the slightly longer way round, where there won't be as many people. And get my shoes muddy. This is the first time I've actually done a long proper walk in my Skechers slip-on thingamybobs. I'm sure they're not really designed for this, but I didn't really think about it before I left the house. Should have worn my more substantial walking shoes, but no, these have been doing fine. I think though if I got stuck in mud, they would undoubtedly pull out. My feet would pull out and I'd lose them forever. Not my feet, the shoes, but it's not muddy today. It's a very nice day, as I keep saying, because I don't have much to talk about, which kind of makes this vlog a bit pointless really, but keeps me amused. It's something to do, isn't it? Yeah, so up here, the little stretch up ahead, I once filmed, I did a series of photos of an Action Man minesweeper in the rain and the mud. I think he had a Jeep with him. Those are good photos, quite, dark, moody. In the copse here to the left, I've done shots with tanks and things. I did a Russian front scene around the corner from here, on a sort of flat piece of land, trying to recreate the Russian steppe, Quite like those photos as well. I've done lots of external photo shoots with toys. I should do more. And I tell myself when I buy new toys that it's ostensibly for doing, photo shoots, but then I never actually do them. Anyway, along this path here, it hooks back up to the main trail, and then we're on the home straight. Got some people following me, no doubt wondering why the hell I'm talking to myself. Oops, keep stepping on loose rocks, stones. Should have set my watch to record how far I was walking, but totally forgot to do that, of course. I always forget to do that. I do it so infrequently these days. N7, massive. I'm hoping we have a nice summer. We've had so many storms this winter, so much rain. But I don't really want to be spending the summer in hospital with Liz. I'm hoping she'll be out. There's another butterfly, might even be the same one. But it's it'd be nice for her to convalesce in the sunlight, I think. I've had a text from her this morning saying they're trying to persuade her to go outside again in a chair, but she doesn't want to because it's cold. I mean, I'm walking, so I'm quite warm, but there's no wind, unlike the other day when it was really, really windy with a threat of rain. There'll be no rain today. We have all these exercise pieces of equipment here. I have used all of them on many occasions. It used to be part of my daily routine as part of my walk to use all of them. Some are more difficult than others. There's a pull-up one that I just can't do. My arms just aren't strong enough. Also, I'm 6'7", so to dangle off of it, I've basically got to pull well, yeah, I know that's the point, right? But I can't do it. I know my limitations. This is the thing, right? It's when people say, oh, you should try and do this and you should try and do that. I'm 52 years old. I've tried many things. I know what I can and what I can't do. I know my limitations. I'm not going to push it. Stop pestering me. And the more you pester me, the less like I am to do it. I'm anti-peer pressure to such an extent that I will actively go the other way if people hassle me to do stuff. It's just the way I am. And I think I might have just realised why talking out loud like this. So I'm not going to go into detail, but I was a victim of, shall we say, historic abuses in the late 70s and 80s. It went on for years. All this talk of, be a sport, oh, go on. Look, there's a red admiral butterfly. And I think that, I've just realised, I think that's what it is people hassle me to do things and I'll instinctively say no because of my past experiences. Yeah, so, sorry this has taken a bit of a turn for the dark, but it's just occurred to me. Yeah, it's a bit of like a self-realisation there. You remember I said, you might not remember, you might not have seen the episode, that this vlog was like therapy for me. I've literally just had a revelation about why I do something that I've never really understood. It's just occurred to me. Anyway, I never said anything about these abuses at the time. The usual, if you tell someone you'll get in trouble, blah-de-blah-de-blah. It was my stepbrother, he was 8 years older than me. Anyway, years later, I was having genuine counselling, therapy, and I actually ended up taking him to court. I had my day in court, and it was possibly one of the most traumatic things in my life, and I lost. So, there's justice for you. And he got away scot-free. There you go. What else can I say about that? Anyway, that's what happened. So there you go. That was a walk with me. Might have been a bit dull. Sorry if it got a bit funny at the end, but something's just clicked in my head. So I'm going to go now. Thanks very much for watching.